Thank you for staying with us on Newsnight. And from Lagos, elder statesman Ayo Adebanjo joins us on the news at this time. Thank you so much, Chief Adebanjo, for joining us. Let me begin by asking you, we've seen a lot of releases from socio-cultural groups today regarding the zoning of the opposition party PDP, but where does Afenifere truly stand on this issue? Should the PDP's NEC come out with its report saying it has been thrown open to everyone, what would Afenifere do?
Thank you very much. I'm happy you have invited me. You see, all argument from anybody, particularly from the north, is all self-serving. And it's a pity. We are on the brink in this country now. And the only thing that can save us is to get our ticket cap on. I will say for record, all those who are talking about election voting and all that, that is not the program of Buhari and the Fulanis. Take my word. The North doesn't want to yield power. And they are playing the game, and Southerners themselves are playing up to them. It is not the question of who win, whether it's APC or PDP. Once it is Fulani, they are okay. There is no reason if anybody wants this country to be together. If you want to be honest, if you want to play the politics of equity, principle, and justice, there is no doubt it is to go to the south. And when it goes to the south, go to the southeast. Don't miss any word about it. Any other argument is self-serving, is gang up. What are you talking about? If you let us go back to history, I think those of us who know it, not those who are beneficiaries of the fraud. I don't believe in this election. My view is, if you are going to have 2023, change this constitution. This constitution is a fraud. A lot of fraud. And that is why Buhari has pretended as not to know the importance of changing it before the elections. All the boo-boo traps to be perpetual control of the country by the Fulani is there. But you people don't know. How can you be arguing about whether you go to the to the south? All the years from independence, the Northerners have been ruling us. We have been saying about it, say no. And so, I'm only sorry for Southerners themselves. They play up to it. When they tell you the APC has zoned to the southwest, it's all lazy. It's all but it's a trick. They don't mean it. They say they sold it to the west. Tinubu is deceiving himself. He said Buhari has promised him. He has promised him he's supporting Fayemi. He's supporting Osinbajo. He's supporting Amosu. He has got them divided. To divide the south now, they throw the beat to Jonathan. And Jonathan, unfortunately, didn't reject it outright, putting everybody in this. And I'm also sorry again that Autumn is the chairman of a committee that says throw it that way. You are confirming your slavery to the Fulanis by whatever method. By the time you do the election, don't make a mistake. It is the Northerners that are going to vote for, whether APC or the PDP. Get your ticket cap on. And let us show the North at this time that the South is unanimous and have the hegemony. Get yourself down. Wike, all other candidates of the South, outside Southeast, you are playing the game of the North. Divide and rule. Nobody is interested in you by all the argument you are saying. I even feel insulted when this northern candidate are saying you want to give it, and even Autumn is contributing to that let us give it to somebody who can deliver. Who among the candidates from the north can beat any candidate from the southeast? Mention it. except you want to deceive yourself. You are just playing the gang-up game.
These are very strong words you're using, Chief Adebanjo. But of course, you know, some would argue and say that the PDP has been in the opposition for the past 7 years, going on 8 right now. And probably this is a vote-catching mechanism for the party. But I want to ask you directly right now, if, as things stands right now, the PDP decides to really throw it open, because as Otom has said, it's up to the neck of the party to decide what happens next. If the PDP decides to jettison zoning, what, in your opinion, would be the implication of this, not just on the PDP as a political party, but also on Nigerians in general?
My dear, if you follow what I'm saying, I am in the game from the beginning. Probably before you were born. All this game of playing, trying to be hypocritical, I'm not for it. They know their game. What are they telling me about anybody who can do it? Who cannot do it? If they do it, that is the end of the PDP as far as I'm concerned. And if anybody, by any trick, a northerner comes to the president next time, that is the end of Nigeria. Don't make a mistake about it. And if the PDP thinks that any southerner will vote for it, any northerner in this game, you are deceiving yourself. If it's the pressman, you, Amaka and the other man, you have been asking right questions. They dodge it. Everybody says it is down south, and they dodge it, say it's the south. Therefore, Fayose is coming out. This all is coming out. It's the south. You are deceiving yourself. You are playing the game of the north.
Okay.
You have made them to mind not to leave power. And I don't go get what you come. I'm going to give. I'm getting you clear. It was in 2014. Ango Abdullahi, former president of Ahmadu Bello, he said it's our turn, and when we have it for keep. It's on record, not me. And all this game they are playing, I am warning those of you in the south, as I warned you in 2015, not to vote for Buhari. It's on record. You did it then. You said I'm doing all that. And even Jonathan, who saw, whom I explained to you that change this constitution, restructure the country to federalism. They are all harassing you because they say they have majority of the population, fraudulent population. So I don't deceive myself. I come to argue, you do this, you do that. I have told Buhari, I am repeating, if you don't do restructuring now, you are the one who wants to break Nigeria, because you have all the powers in your hand.
I'm glad you mentioned restructuring, Chief Adebanjo, because during the last election, Afenifere supported Atiku, and that's because he said he was going to restructure. By extension, you supported the PDP. What is the guarantee that a Southeasterner from the PDP or the APC will be pro-restructuring? Because you seem to be against zoning generally, but you are up for anybody who comes or who emerges from the southeast. What is the guarantee that anybody who emerges from the southeast will be pro-restructuring?
My dear, nobody from the south, no matter what party, we dare not to restructure in getting there. Nobody, I challenge you. Nobody. If he dares it, if we know what's happened to him, I'm saying it openly, let them there. It is only the northerner that they are keen on getting it, and they are doing through the back door, getting you divided. For you say there, wake it there, pendulum is there, taking it's not from the south. Not from the south. Justice demand is from the south. You should go to the southeast. Period.
Good. Well,
country together. By any gerrymandering, you bring up a candidate from the north, you have broken the country already.
Okay, so what you've just said right now takes me to my next question, really, because the truth is, beyond zoning, the typical person on the streets, a Nigerian right now is just thinking about the next leader who would come and probably, you know, make his or her life a bit better. Would you say the reason why the issue of zoning is such a big issue right now, would you actually, you know, say it's due to the mismanagement, really, of our diversity as a people?
My dear, thank you very much. You only have zoning because of that is the way we want to keep the country together. Zoning is original from the Constitution of Independence when we are talking of federal character. When we are talking that it is just to carry the backward areas. You see, don't let me go too far on this thing because the program you have, we don't give us time to expatiate. It is not that to carry the north along with others we are talking of zoning and federal character. By the time we want to get independence in 1953, it was because the north fed, and I mentioned Savannah, that they are backward. That won't go along with us because they are backward, therefore you want to go away. It was a Shivaulo who persuaded him that we can be together under federalism where we shall share everything together. It is not that to carry him along, that the question of federal character, everything. If you are going to go on merit, where will anybody from the north sound? Are you telling me this former governor who contested Agolo is better than Agolo? Shehu Shagari, are you comparing him to Agolo? Or who of the candidates from the north? We compare anybody from the south. Who among these people from the showing their head from the north now? We compare anybody from the southeast right now. In education, in background, in everything. You are just deceiving yourself. All of you are just playing up to the gallery, denying the obvious. Yeah, when you do this, our constitution is this.
Right.
By the time you do everything, they say the section so is not against us. We know the bottom line. I won't play politics here.
All right. So beyond politics, we should think about Nigeria as a whole.
Thank you so much, Elder Statesman, Chief Ayo Adebanjo, for being on the news tonight. We do appreciate your time and your thoughts on the issues developing from zoning and ahead of the 2023 elections. Thank you so much.